PC I'm working on. And I might have to blast these fans big time with some air in the can. We'll get to that. Right now, I'll install my liquid cooling system, brackets and everything ready to go. Use these paint cans to do it. Down there. Let's get off of that. It's my hard drive. It's the last thing I want you sitting on. Oh, routes. Where's the sticks? Oh. Hoping this thing turns over because I had a problem with this motherboard. But if it doesn't, we'll just get another motherboard. So, basic repair. Release the case and all that's done. Okay, that dry. Oh, it's a hard drive that. See the cables for the hard drive. Sheets up here. Say the cables are in. Dry. We can mount that. Let me get another glue stick just in case. Some glue sticks. Switch. This is going to have to stick. This has a roof over top of it. This might have to come out this way. So this is definitely disconnected. That's good here. This one's not going to work too well there. So I got to push out a different direction. Call that, please. Faster than that. This one with gimbal. This is the cables for the light system, which again, they did a much better job with light system. Freaking all these wires and stuff way out of control. Let's see. I got one over there that has RGBs and it's nowhere close to this mess. How do you do this? That's a SATA cable. I'm going to have to reconnect this. This is SATA. This is SATA. Oh, we gotta find someone who took all this away. That's way too much cable. I'm gonna have to tuck that down over in there. I'm gonna put a hole through here. Drop our cable right down through here. And put like a little something over top of that. So let's get all this separated. It's all in one bunch. So this has to be on the outside. This is remote control for the lights. And it has to go down in here. Alright. Let's make a port. Put that in there. Port apparently not big enough for this giant thing. I have no idea why. All those cables are necessary. Like, it could have been done neater than that. Way neater than that. A whole lot of extra cables for nothing. Made them way too long. Everything in there. I'm gonna put a nice cover over top of this so it blends in nicely and you can't see anything. Wait, is that my remote control? Well, we don't want that in there. We want everything else in there. I'm curious, where's this extra cord going to? Are the RGBs connected? We'll find out if they're connected or not. I would like to run the power supply over here, just in case. We gotta open RGB. I'm thinking like, okay, that can't be connected to anything. All these are connected in. It can't be any of those. Well, we'll find out. If it doesn't link up, then we know one of them's not connected. I need this to be on the outside. Oh, this has to be down there. Okay, it's giving out how way to go. It's definitely fighting a little bit here. But it's gonna go. Try to cruise this. This can be behind here. That'll make that manage a little better. Don't worry about that over there. I'm not seeing anything. find out the cable. This is for my power. Why is it so way up here? Just got to this loop. Oh, that's just fantastic. Really, this thing just around everything and everything. Alright, give me that. Should be there. That was real smart. They really put it on the entire loop. That was just really, really stupid. Alright, I better bring this up some. This walks, it's not supposed to be on this side. There we go. This has to be down here somewhere. I want all that in together. Now we gotta pull this back in. I'll do some management with this and this. You know the switch side here? We did it, right? Okay. Oh, you keep getting back in that same spot. I gotta move this wire twice and it goes right back in the same spot. I'm like, chill. Graphic card in there. There we go. That's locked in. This one was put in differently. Graphic card is this way. Other one's going the other way. Cables and wires are gonna go here on this side. Alright, and get a chance to see this baby up and going. So we have a glow job to be doing on it. Pretty soon I have to make this thing glow in the dark, so another paint job is going to be required. And that over there needs a frost job. Make sure these are all in. Move in. Here. Okay, so you see over the max. Getting painted. Come on, let's be nice. Alright, let's see how this one goes. That one's just finished. Still gonna need some drying time because the paint was going on really heavy for the drips and stuff. It had to be done real heavy. So let's see what we got. Let me see. I can run it through there because I got the other one right now running on the big screen behind me. See if this power's on. I'll be shocked if it works, I'll tell you right now, because I've had a lot of problems with this motherboard. I am going to replace it eventually, but hopefully it does kick. If it doesn't kick, we just have to buy another one. That's all. That motherboard has given me problems. I appreciate you not tearing up anything of mine over there, please. Thank you. Hey, don't do that, please. Don't, Taco, not the time to be a jerk. I tell you, he picks the worst times to start doing his weird stuff. Keyboard. No, plug up. Gotta replace this thing. Old Wi-Fi connector. Very old. What? Still runs. Just replacing the motherboard will be easy because you just have to pop out the screws and get out. Same usual stuff. Thermal paste, all that stuff will be done. But hopefully it does work. Power it up. Make sure nothing's clicking or anything. Let me see. I hope we didn't hit kill switches back here. Kill. Charges here. Charges here. Let's see if we plug in. Let's plug in. Oh, the board didn't die. Hopefully. Or maybe if my switches are not put in correctly. I hope I didn't pull my switches out. Let's see what happens. Hopefully. Then I kick a third time. Second time that it kicks, the third time that powers up. Yeah, we got reading. Houston, we got reading. Best way to do a video when you basically got water bottles and food all over the table and containers and paint. This is what PC life is about. Bringing machines back to life after they go through surgery. Joy of the PC builder. Yeah, all the lights are attached, they're hooked up. Basically reacting. Perfect. Now we just have to get this baby to jump. Keyboard just activated. Just waiting for that mouse to click. Ooh, mouse just clicked. Thank you, Jesus. Man, I had a hard time with this board. This board would not click for jack. Just would not cut on for some reason. Which is crazy because I used it as a dummy board and I had it sitting in a box. And I beat the crap out of it because I figured it doesn't work anyway. You just dummy board, and it just popped on one day. I was like, oh, okay. It's funny because the other dummy board won't work. The drivers won't work with it. That's why I can't stand the ones with the drivers. All right. Once it's running. I got something clicking on that fan over there. Which she's running. And over here we got that PC is running over here to the big screen we have over here. I know, I get it every time in here. I guess everybody goes through this crap. I go through it too. You know, got people wishing that it fails or it doesn't work or something like that. It doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, all my technology comes from God and we figure it out. That's the whole point about basic or PC at the end of the day. You gotta fix your own stuff. I wouldn't dare, I mean, that's each his own, but I can't see myself taking my hardware to somebody else. Especially, I'm going to make sure I get my stuff back. I'm not saying they would, but a 5090 graphic card, I'd be scared to death to take that into a shop. Anyway, got my retro machine. I'm going. I'll download some games with it. That's my jammy stick. I got a jammy arcade stick over here too. But you know, you get some people just saying, "Oh, I hope it doesn't work. I hope it doesn't work." Man, look, I've been doing this stuff long before I was freaking on doing paints. I was doing PCs first. So if it don't work, that means I repair it. I fix it. Buy a new board, fix it. That's it. Stop complaining. That easy. That's the whole purpose of learning how to repair your own stuff. And it's basically that you can go in and fix where you need to fix. If something pops up, just have an issue. The only thing about fixing your own stuff, man. Put the paint cautions on it. Got the one over there. Switch one's working perfectly fine. This is the switch. I'm gonna keep them on blue today. I like blue. That's what the other case is gonna have pretty soon. The other case is gonna have the same hookup. Now these will be standing up. When we get done, we really had to build the PCs first. Like, imagine if you're building your own wall tile. I had to build my own separate wall tile, separate from the wall. So it's going to be a system like that over there, except we literally had to build the PC that connects into the whole entire screen. So it's going to have one here, the boxes around it, boxes at the top, paint them all in, and then put the screens laying right up against it where I can do visual art or whatever I want right through it. And there'll be big screens. They're like 36 by 24, which is the equivalent of a 40-inch screen. So I can do horizontal, wherever I want on there, and I'm going to be using QME setups to do it. Because we got the distance now. That's the beautiful thing, that the distance can be wide in the desk. But I'm looking at the desk, I'm like, there's a little small slot in there. That's where Taco's box is at. How all that got started, how all this crazy got started, because my sister was talking about how you can hide the boxes. They make these fake furniture pieces that you put the little box in, and you can hide your little box. I'm thinking, well, I got this little slot back here, and I could expand the desk, which would be nice, and then put what I have up here. There's a heat vent. We never use the heat vent. We can't use the heat vent. In the wintertime, I get cooked in here big time. These projectors generate a ton of heat. So, and sometimes when it's the air conditioning on, the air conditioner is so cold in here, I have to turn the projectors on to actually heat it up in here because, again, you know, it's too cold in here for me. I can't take the cold. I like cold weather, don't get me wrong, but certain parts of me don't like cold. So air conditioning pretty jacks me up. But anyway, having the projectors on eco mode evens everything out for me in here. As you get older, you realize things in your body don't work as well as you think that's the day. Even though I do a ton of walking, still, I still have my this, that, and the others that go on. Let me see. Where we at with all this? Big deal. Not big deal. Where's my phone? That's the big. Where's my phone? Right. I'm going to use these yellow containers for something. And with the white paint for the other job. Put these up somewhere. Whatever we do. Get all the ice cubes. My ice cubes are done. We'll get my new ones. Rocks, we gotta use it for something out there for the project. I got two of these. Two of these fans, that's what I got. Cool fans, I got two of these. I have to build something special for that one over there. The way the power supplies are hooked up. And I'm gonna need this too. Because you have to put something there. We have to design a duct system for a power supply. I told you, duct system and all that's gonna be made out of cardboard. Well, easy process to design. And we're gonna need 2 boxes to do that, to grow those. Yeah. Let's see. This is some of the stuff I do in my day. Get up in the morning, take this crazy walk, get my exercise in, and we spend late nights working. I remember being up on camera 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, up in the house, building an entire environment, spraying screens, all that stuff, building stuff. Show off our technology in a better way. Can't be satisfied with something just sitting on the wall. I guess I have to do something, build something better than that. Got a chance to build a lot of cool stuff, levitating screens, all that cool stuff. Oh, I forgot. Did you plug that thing back in? Did not plug it back. Oh wait, since we got it running over here, we can run it back over here. I'm telling you this crazy mess where it is. I'll figure it out tomorrow. At least I got that thing up and running. Make sure that network is running too on top of that. Let me switch over here. And then I'm going to upgrade to a new one. Alright, that one connected perfect. So that's my line. got more cards to take this on. And then the bottom half right there, that half has to be wallpaper here and here. So this is going to be done with a paint job there. I'm decided with that one yet over there. We're going to do it half and half with the screen. Block half of it off, refrigerator section on this side. And this side we're going to have the whole display over there. That's what I want to do right there. Just half and half display. Are y'all still doing that dumb nonsense at the end of the day? You know it doesn't affect me, right? That's about the saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. For those you don't know, we have individuals that come in the room, and the minute I start talking about something, they leave out because they feel that it basically disrupts me. You gotta grow up, really seriously. I mean, my channel's only set for 18 and up. And the only people we know that do that nonsense, again, are older, like way older. Really? Like you're that young at the Your kids are probably more mature than you are. It's sad. But anyway, let's move on. Yeah, they do that. They're such kids at the end of the day. I don't even know how you function in the real world. Like, really? Wow. Well, this is the reason why you're at now where you're at now. That dumb shenanigan nonsense. So then, my technology's going to grow. Oh, man. You do know that people see this, right? Like right now, I was listening to this conversation. I'm already linked to Google that quick. And my Google search engine, through my Google page, is hooked up to other search engines. This thing goes everywhere. So, if you sit there and go, oh, I don't want to be, doesn't make a difference. It still goes everywhere. Regardless, I'm in several PC form sites for building stuff. All these videos I do shorts off of them, put a music behind it, dump them over there. Ugh. I didn't do anything at all, period. It's just sad because you're adults and you should basically know how to grow up. If you don't want to be on the channel, don't subscribe. Go to the channel, just go. I don't know why you're here to begin with. If you don't like me, why are you here? Oh, you're here because at the end of the day, because you got nothing better to do with your time. These are people who do nothing with their time, literally, but call my phone and act up and scream and carry on. Some people I'm taking to court within about 2 months, probably less than that. Oh, y'all better buckle up. Monday morning's gonna be a rough ride for some people. We got some people we're gonna be calling. So Monday morning's gonna be a rough ride for them individuals. Very bad day for some people. I gotta go back and contact Baltimore police, touch back with them, and meet up with the investigator so we can start sending over the documents, anything they need. And they can start building their case against Mr. Williams. Once enough evidence is established, I'm going to take that before a judge, and the judge will put out a warrant for his arrest. So we got to contact the funeral home and let them know exactly everything, because they're going to come up because they scanned that postcard. Their postcard has their address in the back of it. It is going to come up. Alright, they're right there. Doing dumb stuff. I'm ready to do it. They're trying to do dumb stuff. I must have sat on camera like 100 times and explained to people then they stop doing dumb stuff. And Dick was going to jail. Yeah, he's going to jail for a really long time. He didn't get no bail, nothing. He's going to jail. I gotta touch back these officers and see what happened. And we're gonna go back in and send that stuff over so we can get this whole thing in court. Let's see. So then, that's everything. He's done. They gotta kick him out of the building. And anything about his social worker has to be contacted. In fact, the officers were there. They gotta contact that social worker. The reason why the Baltimore police have to go and take care of this because there's charges over here in Pennsylvania on him. And I have to even have the officer's name and the incident number. So they're gonna be pressed over here. They gotta press over there. They're gonna take care of it. It's gonna be done. And when I talked on the phone, the officer I talked on the phone, she said it's not a problem. It'll be done. They're gonna touch back to make sure my story is legit. That I'm not making up things about him. They gotta contact the number that I gave them. Reach out to them over in Allentown to confirm that yeah, we have a picture of this individual. We got him scanned into the system. We got one of the officers who testified. Yeah, this guy came with a bulk of mail. This guy's stalking him. Yep. It's confirmed from an officer. That's how I know he's going to be locked up. Let me see what's going on here. Then we gotta sue him. They ain't got anything, but we still gonna sue him anyway. I don't think different. Who is going to mess? All right. Opened up. Oh. My time for the day. Woo! Oh. Do it again tomorrow. I like that walk up to the park. That was a nice one. I like that. Definitely doing that again tomorrow. Meter only goes up to 24. You can beat the meter. That's why I said at the end of the day, people get mad at me, but ain't no excuse. Huh? I can work these massive hours and do like 18,000 steps a day. Well, not a day, but I did 18,000 steps a day. So came in here, built that screen over there, then back and forth to the store to pick up supplies, took apart 2 PCs and rebuilt them into the Kindle cases. Man. This is on a Saturday too. Most people have a day off on Saturday. I work. I enjoy my job. I like it. They say, who works 7 days a week? I do. I like my job. Very few people can say that. They love their job. I love my freaking job. Ugh. I'm gonna get out of here. When I get back to the home front, I travel my VR system. I got an amazing VR system. I paid a lot of money for that thing. I bought the Index Energy too, and I built my machines for it. I had to get something a little bit better than these right here. These are arcade machines. That's the machines that I built for. I got no 59s in there, but I got enough in there to run my units at the end of the day that I need. I'm running just in VR. I got a few people I play online with from time to time. I got one room dedicated for VR. There's nothing in there. It's just basically a cable that attaches to a Sony to a loop and it connects to the back of my headset. And I can move around there. Pretty soon I'm going to get that disc that I can run on. That's what I'm getting next. I'm going to go in there and chill with VR. We got this nice little spot with the VR sofa. Ain't got much in there. See? I work all the time. Mostly I work. This is a spot that's going to allow me to be able to do other things that I want to do. Oh, and this with the beautiful screen over here. I got angry to get when I put my screen up. Boy, that jealousy got to be heavy at the end of the day. That's sad. I have never, ever once been jealous over another man's anything from anybody. Never been jealous. I don't even know what that's like. I've never had that. If I want something, I go earn it. That's why I was brought up. But I've never been jealous over somebody else's work. What for? If anything, if somebody has something better than mine at the end of the day, I say, man, that's fantastic. That's real nice. I congratulate them on it. I appreciate how hard they work to get it at the end of the day. I ain't got time to be jealous of someone. I'm a woman at the end of the day. I don't know. So people say, woman, yeah. Some women get really jealous of stuff at the end of the day. But then again, if you're a man, be a man. Don't be a woman. You're a man, right? And stop being a woman at the end of the day. Don't sit there fussing and complaining and whining because somebody else is progress. Be a man. Grow up. You want something, go out and earn it. You work for it. That's what you do. Then you got your own at the end of the day. Don't cry about it. Be a woman about it. I got so many people that contact me that are women that it's not even funny. I'm not talking women. There's men who act like women. Get mad and get upset over somebody else's success. Now, sad as you are at the end of the day, I want you to go in the bathroom and look in your mirror and look at yourself in the day and tell yourself you're not a man. Why in the world are you getting bitter and jealous over somebody else's stuff? I had a friend like that one time told me he hated somebody because they got a nice car. I said, we gotta part ways, brother. I ain't got no time for that kind of negative nonsense at the end of the day. You jealous over another man's work? Gee, that's sad. That's real sad. Don't even bother calling yourself a man. Don't even go down that road if you're jealous over somebody else's progress. That's just sad. Can't be happy within oneself. That's why a lot of people are bitter today. Y'all real bitter. Because y'all can't be happy within oneself. Y'all too busy hating on everybody else to enjoy your life. Just spend your whole entire life being bitter over somebody else's progress. And you're too lazy to go and achieve it yourself. You rather sit back and it's easier just hate on somebody. That's your life at the end of the day. You do know you don't get that back, right? All the time you spend hating on somebody, you ain't getting that back. That's time wasted. You could have been doing something productive with that time. You ain't never getting that back. That joker wasted 6 years of his life trying to take out my product, and now look at the situation he's in right now. He's going to a really bad place. When all this is settled in, you don't even know how bad it's really bad. And the reports I read, it's really bad. He's going to a very awful place. So are the rest of them going to awful places. And you spent how much time on some jealousy over somebody? That's the reason why my progress is farther than yours. I don't have time to waste me jealous of somebody. What? If there's something at the end of the day that I got to go against, I beat it. I challenge the screen, I take it on. I put my time into basically research and study, development, all that stuff to engineer a better technology. That's why I can sit here with a screen that's far better than everybody else's right now. I'm trying to be jealous of someone's work, and that's just stupid. I can't, even when I was a kid, I can't remember any time I was ever jealous over anybody else's stuff. I don't see the purpose of it all. Spend the time being full of hatred and bitter over someone's work. And even worse, when they even do better stuff than you get even madder. Really? You wasted your lives, man. Yo, anybody who gets jealous and full of hatred over somebody, you wasted your life. That's what get you in trouble. That envy and jealousy, that's what Satan did when he was in heaven. Or Lucifer, jealous over God. Look how that turned out for him. Yeah, it didn't turn out too well for him. Stop that nonsense and grow up. Alright, let me see. That's all done. That's all finished. I'm going to keep answering the box system. Yeah. Right. I'll put that in now. Sorry about that later on. It'll be finished. me see. Oh, yeah. Man, even if somebody in the basic economy brags about it, throws it in your face all the time, again, who freaking cares? Get your own and be happy. That's what you do. I can't stand people cry about stuff. Man. Oh, shut up, man. Just get your own. People are so worried about keeping up the Joneses. Find out the same thing somebody else has. They're like, hey, I like it. I'm happy with it. Move on. That's it. No time to be keeping up with no Joneses. What the freak I'm keeping up for the Joneses for? Life is too short to put them in challenge to that kind of pettiness. They gotta grow up, people. They gotta grow up. That's one thing, no. Gotta grow the freak up. Then you start showing that stuff, you already start playing Satan's game already. So, you know how that's going to end up. It ain't going to end well. I'll tell you that much. And then you show any jealousy toward anybody, you already started playing Satan's game. It ain't going to end well. Alright, those are done. I got to put that other unit tomorrow. Put that cloud system in tomorrow. Finish that off. Everything else is done. The blades up. Oh no, we still got to cut those things. We gotta build the wall system for that thing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So, send it back to that. Well, you got the darkness, they gotta be open like that. Air's gotta pull from there and back out. Yeah. Like when it's gonna pull from there, it's gonna pull it. This guy, I got it. That's like pull it. I got it. That's got it. Let's see that first. Okay. That should be in there. Okay, using 4,000 RPMs for that. Figure out no air. Not using those suckers. Ready for 1,000 RPMs to run. Suck that air out. Nice and cool. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, every 4. So yeah, that fits up pretty nicely. Here is a template for this thing. Oh, he's telling me to put them up. So your salaries. And system coming here on this side. So we're gonna put it here. to this side. Be this side and that side. That's on this side. That's on the far end of it all. Right here. Duct system here. Duct system here. Alright. Oh, yeah. Wash the bike. There we go. Meow. Meow, Taco Meow. This is the last piece on the far end. So it's central cord from here to here, out here. Oh, be nice. There we go. This is central cord. Wow. You go fall out with me. Where'd you go? Get over here. Over there. Come on, come on. Okay. done. Okay. Fan system comes out of what? Let's see. Those blow air. This is outside. I'm sorry. So it has to be the other way around. We have to work as a suction. Suck air out. So one is out air out. Let me see. That blows air out. You don't want air blowing in, you want air to blow out. I'll suck air out of the case. Create air out. This is running what? Alright, we got a power supply we can run it to there. We get the extra output for that, so that's good. We have it there. So we're going to put this here. Done. It's on this side, right? They take it on this side. Take it on that side. Oh. here. Put the keyboard over there. Behave. For free. System's done. The duct system's for the power supply because we have to build a wall right next to the power supply, and this allows us to have these adapter pieces right here. So power supply fits right about there. It'll fit here because the vent in the power supply is also a power cord. Power cord will come out this side on the other end and connect out there. So we have a right there, and this right here allows to draw any air out. Power supply will push air here, push air out here. Duct system done. And those fans are 4,000 RPMs. That's why I chose them. Man, they have an amazing job of pulling air out of just about everything. So that's why I went with those instead. This is my duct system. I may put on there just for fun. I may put on a fan speed controller so I can speed up those RPMs and push out more air. Now, I'm thinking about I may slice that thing open and put in some insulation, as in some, I gotta build me one of those too, an insulation unit. Oh, we got the vegetable oil cool PCU mod to build too. We'll get around that later on. Definitely put one of those together. Definitely a little experiment I want to run. Wow. And thus, when people ask me at the end of the day, Mr. Bird, don't you ever get lonely? That'd be virtually impossible. That's like people like Albert Einstein, people inventors at the end of the day. They can't get bored. We live within our own world. I love my world. I do. I really do love my world. I get to build some of the coolest stuff, man. I started building my furniture out of cardboard, man. My sofa is freaking amazing. It is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to get back. It's beautiful. And I keep in mind, that thing cost me far less than that $7,000 sofa I was going to pay for at Raymond and Furniture, whatever place it's called. Whew, man. I'm going to build me another one, too. Alright. Cost me a whole lot less. That's why I have to go to these different sites and stuff. I'm in art communities, all that stuff. Because I always learn from somebody. Somebody's always teaching me something new. I always learn something new every day. I try to pride myself on learning something new every day. Try a new food, check out a new play, start reading on a new book. Oh, I found out why refrigerators are in different colors on the inside too. Because it has something to do with the lighting in it. basically it's a lighting and also two energy wise. As for some reason white light actually draws less heat, and for some reason if you had any different colors in there, it would actually draw heat, which I can explain. I can understand that because black basically pulls a lot of heat. White actually pulls less heat. That's the reason why it's on different colors. This could have basically affect the chemical imbalance in food. Light would actually trigger that off. Same thing if you take bread and you stick it in the dark, it basically develops mold. Even though there's lights in there, still, yeah. The light actually works better with the white works better with the refrigerator, which is actually kind of and fascinating at the end of the day when you think about that. Now I got to do some testing on that because I'm curious. If I take a carrot and I put it here and I darken the refrigerator, but I'm buying 2 mini refrigerators, not big ones, so small ones, and I'm going to basically darken one and keep the other one and see what happens with food reaction. Put a camera in there and test it. See, this is the reason why I can't ever be bored, because I'm always with some another world. Testing something. Oh, yeah. And the guy was on Facebook, the one who's talking about inventing the plastic gasoline. See? I sat there and said the other day, everybody's in the comment section. You gotta be careful with that. And sure enough, so it begins. Yep. But you gotta understand, it could be that, and it could be trolls. Because trolls have mental issues at the end of the day. You know the interesting thing about the troll at the end of the day? Trolls are going to be around for Judgment Day. Yeah. The interesting thing about the troll thinks at the end of the day that he or she is going to continue being unnoticed. God sees everything you do. You know that? You know that, Mr. Troll? God sees everything you do, and every act that you do is written in a book called the Book of Life, which means when you pass off this earth, you're going to basically have to face those crimes. Everything, you'll have to face it. And if you're not saved, that means your sins are not washed away, which means you will stand judgment for it. That's the interesting thing about the world of trolls. You get away with anything. God saw exactly what you did. As a matter of fact, he saw what you did before you were going to do it. So a troll's life is doomed. It's doomed. Their life is automatically doomed. You're alive, but yet you're dead. You put it that way. You're spiritually dead. And you don't even know how much time you have on the earth either. Which means you can go tomorrow and go tonight. You don't know. But I know one thing, if you go off this earth without basically fixing that one problem first and getting yourself saved, you're in a lot of trouble in the next life. That's a scary, scary, scary thought. Scary thought. And not knowing where you're going in the next life. Real scary thought. I like this fish tank. They got this thing moving in the background. That's pretty interesting. I've never seen anyone do that one before. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's fun. What did you do today? What didn't I do? I could ask me, what did you do? What didn't I do? One thing is something. Got both of these units built. They're done. Ports are done. Here's how I know. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Get suspenders for that, please. Oh, how about that real quick? So, Taco's box is right underneath this unit right here. But, I got a freshener unit put in. I put a freshener stripper in his area down there. It's nice. So, got it all painted up. Got a nice down there for him. We're going to use the heat vent because, again, we cook in here either way. So, that's all blocked off so nothing can get through. And the air cleaner's on this side. I have air cleaner on this side. We also have a freshener strip that goes through from one section to the next. Yes. So somebody made furniture to hide the litter box, which is actually a pretty good idea. See, somebody just made $1 million. That's one person that don't have to worry about working no more. It's funny because if you used to making money, you can see money everywhere you go. You can see the opportunity is right there. It's right there in front of your face. I literally watched it in a TV show and saw like automatically like that's money. You didn't understand you could have made money off of that. I like to watch Everybody Hates Chris, and the mother was trying to sell makeup, and the people were coming over there because she can cook. They were loving her hot wings she was making, and everybody kept asking, like they were ignoring the makeup and kept talking about the hot wings, the hot wings, the hot wings, and she didn't even see it. They didn't even add it into the show. But if they were coming over for your hot wings and they were that good and they were praising them that high, you need to skip that whole makeup thing and start selling them hot wings. That's why I tell people at the end of the day, man, if somebody's willing to pay for a service that you do at the end of the day, right there, there's your blessing right there. It's right there. Some people have something sitting right in front of their face and you will never ever see it. It's right there and don't see it. I found some fantastic and amazing stories of people who had something right under their nose and didn't even know it. You'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised. But yeah, if they're coming there and they're talking about the food more than the product, then guess what you need to do? Invest in the food. Because that's where the money's at. But you know, they didn't even add into the show with something else. She actually ended up selling the makeup either way. But still, you see that in business-wise, you see opportunity everywhere you go. You know, some people go to college and end up never going to college. They end up opening up a business. People made Mortal Kombat. You ever read the background story on that one? The documentary on these guys in the day? They were in college for programming. They actually dropped out, took their money, took a risk, dropped out of college, and guess what? They're millionaires now, probably a lot higher than that. They're the ones who invented Mortal Kombat. Yep, they're programmers. And they decided, what was the point of basically going to college and blah, blah, blah. They're going to owe money either way and might not find a job in their field. Let's take a risky gamble. Let's make a game. And they made the game Mortal Kombat. As Mortal Kombat became Mortal Kombat. You know, look at movies, merchandise, the whole 9 yards. Or a woman who was sitting there, she was a fantastic baker. She had these study groups. She would bake these cookies and stuff. And people came there and she got famous for the cookies. People were going to their study group for the cookies. And then it just started adding up like, why am I going to school for this when I can basically start my own business? That's what she did. She made a lot of money off of it. Famous Amos, all those people, they got rich. Because they came up with an idea that no one else had. They built a better mousetrap. That's the whole term. You build a better mousetrap and the world is yours. But you got to remember, as you do this, you will have haters. You will accumulate hate. That's what Cat Williams says. If you must be doing something, if you got 30 haters at the end of the day, get yourself 30 more. You see my haters at the end of the day. My haters are going to court. My haters are so awful, I had to take them to court. I'm suing them. Yeah, because all that trash talk, all that talk about my product didn't work, and look at my stuff is at now. Yep. Crazy, I'm going to be at Expos all this winter. So, yeah, that tells you at the end of the day the haters were super jealous to do all that, to go to jail over my paint. I'm literally going to use that in the campaign. Our products are so amazing that the haters are willing to go to jail over our product. I'm definitely going to be using that in a commercial. Am I lying? No. So, if this stuff didn't work, it'd be virtually impossible. Like I said, my customers' demonstrations are better than people who sell. Y'all can't even match my customers' demonstrations. So it is what it is. Get better all you want, hater. Ain't nothing you can do about it, but you just get madder and madder and madder. That's all you can do. But don't do anything too stupid. You don't want to end up like the other ones did. You end up in jail basically getting your pants suit off of you. So be careful how you speak and what you say, because you never know who's going to pop on your channel that may be from our people. That's what you got to worry about. Who may subscribe to your channel that may be my people at the end of the day. And be sitting on your account documenting everything you're doing to get you ready for court. And that's what you need to worry about. What are you doing? We're not having that today. If you got battle issues with your fish, take it someplace else. We're not having that. Go pop up and jump. Jump in your area. I don't care. You're not battling the fish today. What's the problem with you and the fish anyway? You don't like the fish? Fish be getting on your nerves, Taco? Taco, fish be getting on your nerves? You weirdo. You freaking weirdo. It's like yeah. Work on it. Alright, that's done. That's all finished and everything. Oh, done. Wow. That's the bulk of that has to be done. I still got to finish that thing on Monday. I still got to repaint. This one has to be repainted. That one has to be done because that's the new transparent screen that has the new gamer technology attached to it. So that whole thing has to be coated again, and then basically put the new screens on it. That's what all that plexiglass I got down there for. And then we got that one to build over there and get that done. And I got to write this long email, information about my company, so you can start the advertising for my tech. And then I got to be in trade shows all winter long. Yeah, so I got a lot to do. All right, people. Yeah, I thought you did not. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I got to go. I got to get out of here. I got to be up for my walk tomorrow morning. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Got some good weather. It'll be nice. And that's basically about it. Got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.